So, we all thought DP Battle was fixed. We all thought most of the glitches are gone, but they're not. There's still a lot of glitches. First thing is the Vanishing Assault exploit was not fixed. If someone mashes Vanishing Assault in the middle of your combo and the animation comes out, your combo will drop. That is why a lot of your combos are dropping more than likely. Not to mention there are some times where your combo will just simply drop regardless if Vanishing Assault was mashed or not. I believe the Paralysis Ki Blast loop is still existent. It's still possible to do. I was hit with it. Maybe there is a way out of it. I'm not sure. But I tried to figure a way out of it. I could not figure it out. There is still a HP glitch. You could get max HP in the 60-second timer. It's just a different way to do it. And just aside from the glitches, I'm not really enjoying the new meta. Right? The new meta is using high DP characters and having background characters to just stall out while they recover on the bench. And maybe you enjoy that meta. That's fine. That's cool. Right? It's just, I enjoyed the previous meta. A lot of people like to say high DP characters were not viable at all in the previous meta. No, they were just balanced. They were still very scary. I've gone up against many SSJ4 Gogeta players in the previous meta, and it was very scary. As you can see, my opponent is using UI Goku as his high DP character, and he has Goldo, Roshi, Hercule, and I forget who else as his background characters. Oh, he has a Frieza soldier as well. Sorry, took me a while to remember. But just look at this combo. Just pay attention to Roshi's health. Okay, I got him to red health. Nice, I got him to red health. He's almost dead. If I could survive for the rest of the game without getting damaged like that, I should be able to win. And that's another thing, is the win condition is so confusing. Nobody really understands it. Everyone's saying, oh, health percentage, oh, damage based. Before this patch, I feel like it was very easy to tell who's going to win. Now it's like, okay, it feels like a coin flip. Oh, and by the way, this is my third match against my opponent. I'm just showing this because this is where the exploits happened. But you can see how easy it is for him to just back away from me. So many people argue with me saying that, oh, it's very easy to engage with your opponent. You know, you just have to use high-speed Dragon Dash. No, it's very, very easy to play passively. Very easy. He just used a Wild Sense, so I have to approach him carefully. I did not do that. He just used another Wild Sense. You can see how he's refusing to engage with me. Watch my videos before the patch. If they refused to engage with me, I just switched out my character. That's how that's why the switching mechanic was so strong, because it incentivized people to engage. If you don't engage, your opponent will switch and gain back 10k health. Now that you don't regenerate that much, they don't care. It doesn't matter. It's easy to deal a lot of damage with just Ki Blasts. There is no reason to engage now, because it costs 2 Ki bars to quickly close the distance. And you can see, here's the Ki Blast loop. and I couldn't get out of it. I don't know how. I should have used a revenge counter. I think that's probably the only way out of it. But revenge countering got got nerfed. If he saw me use a revenge counter, all he had to do was use perception. But yeah, as I was saying, there was a lot of incentive to engage before this patch. Now in this new update, there's almost no incentive to engage. Because if you do engage, especially in key disadvantage, knocking people back is the new playstyle. That's the new way to get a lot of damage. Like this. I can't do anything about this. Before, you were able to revenge counter it and potentially win the engagement back. Now if I try to revenge counter that, I will get perceptioned. And I'm trying to engage. I have to be very careful because Goku's air punch ki blast could hit me out of a high-speed dragon dash. And the hit stun on that is insane. He could hit like another 3 more if I'm not blocking. And look, his Roshi came in with full health. In the last 60 seconds, if you switch a character in and then use something with a cutscene, such as False Courage, you will gain full health. I'm not sure if it works for every cutscene, but remember, he had red health earlier. He was almost dead. And this is why health percentage being the win condition is a little silly. He just powered down because he wants to have 100% health. And he hasn't really done much this entire game.
I can do this. There you are.
What? Yeah, you could see I'm confused over why he wins. But I noticed, I looked back on the footage and I saw his Roshi gained full health. It's like, why engage? There's no reason to engage. So many people were gassing this patch up saying, oh, Sparking Zero is fixed. Sparking Zero is perfect now. It is literally more broken than before. And people argue with me saying it's not broken, saying this patch is better, saying aggressive play is the new thing. Where is the aggressive play? Is the aggressive play in the room with us? And then people will say, oh, I never bumped into that kind of playstyle. Okay, then that's great for you. But just think of the mechanics. The mechanics encourage a passive playstyle. Like I said, the switch mechanic, being able to regenerate 10k health, was a massive incentive for people to close the distance and engage. Massive. There was a reason why my aggressive playstyle was really was rewarded heavily in pre-patch, because I stopped people from switching, and anybody who just sat back and charged ki and tried to spam supers on me got punished heavily, because it just allowed, if they landed a super on me, it doesn't matter. You can't just camp out and try to try to charge ki and win the game like that. But it is what it is. I mean, I've adapted to it. That doesn't change the fact that the gameplay is more passive now, and if you don't mind passive gameplay, then good for you. But it's the people denying that it's more passive. It's very much so more passive now. But regardless, none of that even matters. The game is very broken. That's all that really matters. I feel like this is more game breaking than the androids elevatoring up and down. The funny thing is that I never really even came across anybody doing that in a ranked match before. Like, a lot of the broken things in the in pre-patch was just a character specific thing. Now the mechanics in this game are just broken as hell. Like, I just don't understand it. But yeah, this is the first match between me and my opponent. That the very first clip I showed you guys was the third match, like I said. And you can see my combo just doesn't connect. Like, it's not worth doing a Z-burst dash anymore. It's really risky to do it. I don't want to say it's not worth it, but it's very risky. It's easily punishable. Sometimes your combo just simply doesn't connect if you do open them up. And it costs 2 key bars. And it had those same issues before, but we still did it anyway because it costed 1 key bar. The auto dodge by MUI Goku is just insanely strong. And see, I could challenge my Vanish Wars. Whenever I play ranked DP, thankfully whenever I play ranked DP, my Vanish Wars are not locked out. But in other modes, I am locked out of Vanish Wars. I went into player match with a viewer of mine, and we practiced Vanish Wars. I could not get any of them. I could only get a select few under certain conditions. Most of the conditions was if I initiated the Vanish War. So with how broken some of these bugs are, I wouldn't be surprised if Vanish Wars are broken too. But you can see this is his game plan. He wants to go into sparking mode and knock me back. So as soon as he gets close and stops using Ki Blast, I start doing side steps to dodge the smash attack. And a lot of people are happy with the passive gameplay. It's very ironic to me because the issue with the androids having infinite elevatoring was because that's passive gameplay. It encouraged passive gameplay. Very rare moment of us just purely boxing. This happened all the time pre-patch. I haven't come across this since the update, of us just exchanging blows over and over, and us being able to predict what direction we're gonna hit and blocking each other. And it's not just a guessing game. You could notice your opponent's patterns easily. And you can see he hits me with that a lot because supers are just so strong now. That's like the reason why super spamming is such a meta thing now, is because engaging is not worth it. You could get punished for engaging. You could get super countered, and if you're not in key advantage, you're going to eat 10k damage from the knockback chain. And you can see I engaged there, massive risk for me. I took a lot of damage. Lucky for me, he misses that ultimate. DP battle is more like singles now. It's just like a singles battle on steroids. If someone is able to land like 2 ultimates on you and a few supers, they probably won the game. You know? And he's de-transforming because even though he doesn't gain health, it technically gives him a higher percentage on health if health percentage is the win condition. I use a revenge counter. try to get some extra damage off. And thankfully, I win the game. You can see how difficult it is to engage and how easy it is for me to get hit by random supers. And I bet you this is how competitive play is going to look. And if competitive play looks like that, people are going to mimic that. Okay, here's the second match between me and him. Again, the first clip was our third match. I only put that first because I wanted to show the exploits. The first match was fair. It was first match. The second clip, right, was just me showcasing how gameplay is so passive now, how just sitting back is highly rewarded and engaging is very easily punished. Lucky for me, he wasn't punishing me that much, but I have lost a lot of games simply because I want to engage. And people also say, oh my god, we're seeing so much more character variety now in post-patch. It's because they changed the game so much. Of course we're gonna see character variety. You know, people are trying to find the new meta. Give it a few weeks and then you're not going to see character variety anymore. Like I said, the new meta is going to be high DP characters or characters that zone. And it's just gonna be a Ki Blast fest. The reason being is because Ki Blasts, it's damage. That what can the opponent do about that, right? What's the counter to it? Not much. They could block it at least, but if they get hit by a Ki Blast a few times, that's a lot of damage, right? If you go up to your opponent and try to punch them, you could get super countered, and then you eat damage. So think about think about it. Like, it's just not worth engaging, and I understand that. I understand why people play that way, because the game punishes you for engaging. It's similar to like FPS games, where if you have really loud footstep audio, it punishes people for being aggressive and moving around the map. So really loud footstep audio just encourages people to camp and stay in a corner all game because they don't want to be heard. But if you go around pushing around the map, then you're gonna end up dying.
Now it's my turn.
It's the same case here.
Got you now. Switch out. Over here.
Okay, he doesn't bait out my Wild Sense.
Something beyond my strength limit.
He transforms to MUI. He just tries to throw out a raw super. You have to be very careful with throwing Ki Blasts out at MUI Goku, because if he sees you throwing a Ki Blast out, he could throw out that super and punish you. So you could get punished for zoning against Goku. You could get punished for trying to attack Goku. And on top of all of that, MUI Goku is an insane zoner. And if you don't engage properly and you're not paying attention, you will get hit by a Wild Sense. I was paying attention that time, so I was able to counter the Wild Sense. And because he lands that super, I probably lost the game, simply because he landed one super. Thank God I win that Vanish War. As you guys can see, I could challenge Vanish Wars. It's just certain times I'm like literally locked out of the second Vanish. Like I said in the previous video, in ranked DP battle, it happens the least. So, yeah. And a lot of people don't believe that there is a Vanish bug going on. I don't know if there is, but like, why would I doubt that there is when literally there are other bugs that are insanely game breaking? Like, I could believe there is a bug out there that's locking me out the second Vanish. Especially when I actually do get my Vanishes off, I could feel they're not hard to get. The timing on it is very easy. Okay, I lose that because I'm at key disadvantage. Wild Sense saves me. Yeah, Wild Sense is so important to avoid knockback chains. Like I was saying before about character variety, this new update will kill a lot of character variety because now you need certain skills. You need certain skills. In the patch before, the mechanics were strong enough to carry most characters. Every character had access to a 10k health regen. Every character had access to a one key bar zebra stash. Now you need characters that could help you survive. Wild Sense, After Image, Explosive Wave, you need to use that. Especially if you want to be able to compete with the meta users. And he lands his ultimate. Like I said, DP battle is now like singles on steroids. You land a few supers, you land one ultimate, you win the game. You don't have to engage and do combos. And when they do, it's minimal. It's only to set something up and play passively. Yeah, if I try to run away from his ki blasts and dodge them, he will just charge ki, and I make the approach because I do not want him charging enough ki to have a super. So I have to approach. If I don't, then he's gonna charge into sparking mode. The longer I wait to approach, the more skill points he's gonna build and be able to use instant sparking. And characters in instant sparking now are even stronger. Not just instant sparking, but characters in sparking mode are even stronger now. And yep, he de-transformed so he could get the 100% health pool. And I don't feel like I should have lost that game. But since he landed a few supers and ultimate, he wins.